It was the state championship. We'd worked hard all year, and we were hitting our stride at the most important time. It was a hard-fought back-and-forth game. The game was tied with 10 seconds left, and there was a loose ball. There was an immediate chaotic scramble as two guys were jostling for possession. The ref quickly blew his whistle and ruled a jump ball. Now, back in my day, when there was a jump ball, that's exactly what it was. One player from each team, the ref would toss the ball between them, and they would jump to try to get possession for their team. But colleges have been using this possession arrow to alternate between teams' possession on a jump ball call. And for the most part, it works to keep things fair. That is, unless the timekeeper forgets to flip the arrow after a call. It had been almost an entire half since there had been a jump ball, but I know for a fact that the other team had gotten the last call. It was our turn. We should have had the ball with enough time for a chance to win the game. Instead, they got the ball, their shooter made a buzzer beater from the corner while my guys looked on in defeat. I challenged the call immediately, but the refs stood by their decision. All of our hard work, and the championship wasn't decided by our play, but by a group of officials who weren't paying attention. It wasn't fair. It just wasn't fair.
Statistics was never my best subject. It just never made sense. So I was pretty happy going into the final exam with a C average. The test was pretty hard, but I thought I was doing okay until I got to the final question. No matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't make the numbers work. I must have erased and rewritten my work a dozen times, and then time was up. I had nothing to put for an answer, so I left that one blank. Well, it turns out there was an error on the test on the final question, and there was no way it could have been solved. So the professor decided to give full credit as long as you had an answer. So much for my C average. It just doesn't seem fair. Now I may have to take the class over again, and it's not even my fault.
22 years. That's how long I've been with this company. 22 years. You would think that would count for something, but apparently it doesn't. Things have been going well at work lately. So well that we're expanding and opening a new office. And with that new office comes a new office manager position. Now, to me, it seems like a no-brainer to go with the one who has the most experience, especially if he's already the assistant office manager. Who else knows all the ins and outs of the position? I've basically been doing the job anyway. So who do they hire? Jerry. Really? Jerry? He's been with us all 2 years. What does he know? Yeah, he's got a college degree. But does that really compare to 22 years working for the same company? Every year, I've gotten an outstanding on my evaluation. And I've taken a total of, 3 sick days during that time? And one of those was because my kid was sick. I even hired Jerry. What a mistake that was. It's just not fair. I've earned that position. I've worked hard for years for this company, and this is the thanks I get? I just don't get it. They just don't seem to reward loyalty anymore.
Sometimes life isn't fair. All you have to do is look around you to see that truth played out. Liars and cheaters rule over those that play by the rules. The rich oppress the poor rather than helping them. Rain falls on the just and the unjust. Why even bother being good? My husband and I both descend from priestly lines, and Zachariah serves as a priest. We have tried all of our lives to obey the Lord's commandments, even when those around us live their lives in whatever way they saw fit. But that's not how God called us to live. We must be obedient. So why don't we have any children? God promised that if we, his children, would follow his commands, we would be blessed more than any other people. He would love us, bless us, and multiply our families. Yet I am barren. Please don't think that I'm complaining, because God has blessed our marriage in so many other ways. It's just that when I see families with their little ones, I wonder why not us? It's not that they're bad people, but what more does God require from us? What more can we do? Life isn't fair, and we could cry out against God. We have reason. But he never promised us fair. So we are faithful. We will be obedient to God's commands. We can live no other way. But the days can get so lonely, especially when Zechariah is away. You see, his orders on duty at the temple this week. I can't wait for him to come home.